Hey, what's good everybody? This is Angel and welcome back to my channel. In this video, as promised, I'm going to be talking about how I got my social security card and my birth certificate changed, and this was after I certified my name change with the state of New York. So keep in mind, in this video I'm talking about how I got it changed in New York City. So if you haven't already watched my video on how I changed my name in New York City, you can watch my previous video. If you have any questions, you can DM me or leave a comment on this video and I'll try to answer it as best as I can. I found the process really simple. Let's just get into it. The first thing I changed was my birth certificate. Now I got this application online on NewYorkCity.gov. That's where you can get a lot of the applications. When you go to the actual offices, you can get the applications, but what I like to do is fill out the application first and read it and make sure that I have everything that I need before I go. When you get your name changed, they take your birth certificate at the courthouse. So the first thing I wanted to do was get my new birth certificate. So I went down to the office, and I'll put the addresses on the bottom somewhere so you guys can know. Again, this is in New York City. So I went to the birth certificate office in downtown Manhattan, and I had filled out the application already on NewYorkCity.gov, but the application looks something like this. So this is the application. It says birth certificate correction application form. I got this from NewYorkCity.gov online, and this is the one that you're gonna want. Make sure it says that. This birth certificate correction application form. I'll try to include the links as well. And basically on the form there's several sections that you have to fill out. Now when you're changing your name because of for transgender purposes, the only two things you're gonna need at the Social Security office and at the birth certificate place is your letter from your doctor and your certified copy of your name change from the courthouse. So those are the only two things you're gonna need. Make sure when you're going to these offices to bring a copy and the original, because they might keep the copy, they might keep the original. You might have to show the copy. You might have to show the original and they'll take the copy instead. I forgot specifically what they did. Just make sure that you bring a copy and an original to both of these offices when you're going to do this, okay? So you fill out the sections on the form. The first section is what is your name. You fill it out. You should fill it out with your new name that you've gotten from the courthouse. Hopefully you have already changed your ID at the DMV. If you haven't, in the video about how I changed my name, I also told you how I changed my ID, which is really simple. After you change your name, you just bring your gender marker change, your gender marker letter, and your certified copy of your name change to the DMV, and you just show it to them. You fill out the application and you get it changed. Within 2 weeks, you're gonna get your new ID, and then it'll make all of these things easier because you are gonna need to show your ID. So the second part of the birth certificate correction form is birth certificate information. You can find the information for section 2, the birth certificate information, on your certified copy from the courthouse. It's gonna tell you your birth certificate number, and the other stuff is your date of birth, your mother's name, and your place of birth. So that's pretty simple. You should know that stuff. But if you're looking for your birth certificate number and you don't have your birth certificate because they took it from you, you're gonna find your birth certificate number on the certified copy of your name change. So section 3, what do you want to correct? This section, I filled it out incorrectly, so I'm gonna show you how it's incorrect, and when you fill it out, you're going to fill it out the way I'm going to explain how they told me to. So when I filled out the part 3 where it says what do you want to correct, I put my birth name and my gender marker, and then I put my whole name and my whole new name, and then female and male for the gender marker. What they're gonna want you to do is put first name, first name, middle name, last name if you changed your last name, and then gender marker. So I had to change it to first name Alexandra to Angel, second name, middle name Dominique to Alexander, gender marker female, male. So that's how you should fill it out, all separate. Don't put your whole name. And I didn't change my last name. So section 4, you don't even have to fill out. Section 5 is where you sign. It's really simple. You also are going to need to get a money order for $55 for this for your new birth certificate. It's I think $15 per copy, and that's part of the 55. So it's like I get $40 for the correction to be made, and then $15 for the actual copy. If you want more than one copy, you're gonna add another amount of 15 to your money order. But I only got one copy, and right now it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get your birth certificate. When you fill out the information, when you go there, you're going to also give them your email address or your phone number, and you're going to receive text messages and or emails telling you about the status. So right now, it's been about 3 weeks, and my status is my certificate was approved, my new one, and it's probably going to be sent to me anytime now. So it takes about 6 to 8 weeks for the birth certificate. So that's it. You fill out the application, you bring a $55 money order, you also bring a copy and an original of your certified name change and your letter for your gender marker to the birth certificate office. You wait in line, you give it, you get the text messages, which is really convenient, of how your application is doing, and you're gonna get it within 6 to 8 weeks. So the next place I went was the Social Security office. To do your Social Security card, it's free. So that's better than paying the $55. And you're gonna get it within a week or two. I already got mine. So again, for this, I think I went on NewYorkCity.gov. I'll put the link, or I went to I always just Google Social Security card correction, and then it'll take you to like a New York City website. You shouldn't go to any other website that's not New York City. And then you could print out the application. So your application, so this is what the application is going to say on the top. Social Security Administration application for Social Security card. That you can get this there, or you can get it before you go and print it out. When you're filling this out, you're going to need to put your name, so to be shown on card. So I put Angel Alexander, full name at birth if other than above. So then you put your original name. You're gonna put your Social Security number, the place of birth, your date of birth, if you're a US citizen, ethnicity, I think you can skip that, your sex, male, for me, since I'm female to male, so you just put male, don't put female. Your mother's name, your father's name, and you should also, they ask you to provide their Social Security numbers. It also has a checkbox for unknown if you don't know it. I don't know why they need it, but it's probably to find you better. I'm not really sure, but I just filled it out. I asked them for theirs. You put your phone number, your address, make sure it's the address that matches your ID, and your relationship. It's me, I'm doing it for myself. So I filled that all out, and I went to the Social Security office. I waited there for about 5 minutes because I got there once they opened. I gave my letter. I gave my application, I gave my letter, I gave my certified copy, bring your old social security card because they asked me for it. I don't know if it's needed, but she did ask me for it. I brought it anyway just in case, and she actually kept that too. So maybe they do need it because she kept it. She didn't give it back to me. So I gave them all of that. She kept my social security card. She was talking to me a lot about my transition. So it was a really good experience. All my experiences, whether it was at the DMV, the courthouse, the birth certificate office, and the social security card office, they were all good experiences. I didn't feel any type of way the whole time I was doing any of this. But yeah, so it was really simple. She just took it, she put the information in, she was talking to me about my transition, being really supportive, and then she just was like, okay, have a good day. I was in there literally 10 minutes the most. And again, it's free, so with that one you don't have to worry. So to wrap it up again, you get these applications, which I'll try to provide links for. I'll also put the addresses of the offices in New York City that I went to. For your birth certificate, I believe you have to go to that office. For your social security card, you can go to any social security office that do card related changes, because there's certain social security offices that do things that aren't I don't know what they do really, but I do remember when I was looking for one, it said ones that do card related services or ones that don't do card related services. So I mean, you can just go to the one I give you the address for, so you know you're going to one that's going to actually do it, and you don't have to waste your time going to some place and they don't provide the service you need. So again, it was all really simple. You just make sure you bring your copies of your name change and your certification, and you also bring the originals to both of the offices. So that's why you make sure that you get several copies when you're doing these things in the first place. Like I got 10 copies of my certified name change, and I had 4 copies of my gender marker. So make sure you bring your originals and your copies, and you bring the money order for the birth certificate. No money is needed at the Social Security office. Just remember to bring your Social Security card. If you don't have one, I'm not sure if that's going to be an issue, to be honest. But yeah, that was it. It was really simple. If you have any questions, you can DM me. I'll put my Instagram there. You can also just leave a comment on here if I wasn't clear about anything, because I know I get a little confusing and I start to kind of ramble. Just let me know if you are confused with anything from my last video about how I changed my name. Just let me know. I know some people, they go to like lawyers to change their name, but you don't have to. I'm always willing to help anybody try to figure out how I did it, and because it was really simple and I didn't have to wait or do anything really out of my, I didn't really have to do anything that was extra, basically. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that helped, and I'll see you next time.